Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Bosch BBH3ZOOGB cordless vacuum cleaner. What I want to do today, first of all get it unboxed, then I'm going to show you some of the features and benefits that it offers. So this is part of Bosch's Flexxo range of cordless vacuums. Now I must say, as a retailer, we've done really well with the Flexxo vacuum cleaners over the last 12 to 18 months. People tend to like the lightweight aspect of the vacuum cleaner. And also the suction on it isn't too bad. I must say, on the Flexxo range, it's not the most powerful range that Bosch offer, but for a lot of people, they're mainly after something that's pretty lightweight. So, here we are. So this is the main body of the vacuum. I'll start to take all that apart in a moment. It's a bit like Christmas, this is. So, something I do comment on is, in my YouTube videos, is how recyclable is the packaging. Now, I'd say Bosch have done a pretty good job. I won't say it's not fantastic as far as the amount of packaging that is in here, but you've got quite a few plastic bags, which quite a few other manufacturers are starting not to use. But nevertheless, so nice bright red handle. So as it says on the handle, Flexxo Gen 2, Series 4 range, and also it's the 28 volt, which is basically the top of the range model in the Flexxo range. So yeah, we're done with that. Feels like we are almost here. So this is an addition that comes with the vacuum, and I must admit it's not really talked about a lot. I'm going to show you what that is in a couple of minutes. I think what we need to do, we need to come around this side. Right, we're almost there. So whoever designed the packaging for this, must have been, I will be completely honest, it must have been a Friday afternoon job, because it is not the easiest to get into. If you follow me on YouTube for a while, you'll know I'm always pretty honest with my videos. I'm not just going to say something is good for being good. So not brilliant. Put that to one side. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get everything put to one side, get the packaging out of the way, then we can start to get the vacuum together. If it was you, or if you know who designed the packaging that I've just thrown on the floor there, then I'm sure you're a very nice person. Anyway, let's put the vacuum cleaner together. So when it comes to putting it together, couldn't be easier. All you need to do is just get the base, and the main body of the vacuum just clicks on there like that, and you just get the handle, and you have got a screw in here, so you do need to take that out first. So just unscrew that. You don't need a screwdriver to do that part. Pop that on there, and then just go and get a screwdriver. You do need, well, you've got the choice. You can either use a Phillips, or you can use a large flat-headed screwdriver. And all you need to do with that is just open the flap at the back, and you'll see there's a little hole. Pop that in there, just get your screwdriver, and it doesn't need many turns just to secure the handle in place. So here we are, one fully built up BBH3ZOOGB cordless vacuum cleaner. Now, quite a few manufacturers are tending to go away from calling their vacuum cleaners animal or pet or zoo, for example, but Bosch have decided to stick with it for now. I think the main reason manufacturers have gone away from calling it pet or animal is because some people are not buying those particular vacuum cleaners because they say they've not got pets. They might have children that create a lot of dirt and dust around the house, but it wouldn't quite sound the same if they called this the BBH3 Kids. I suppose that's why they're going to stick with the zoo or pet element of it. So the vacuum itself is actually very lightweight. You're only looking around 3.4 kilograms, so there really isn't a lot to it. The other main advantage is that as well as using it on the main floor, you've actually got a handheld part of the cordless vacuum as well. So if you wanted to do the stairs or your sofa, or go out to your car and vacuum out there, then you can just take that part if you wanted to. So this model has a maximum runtime of up to 55 minutes. Clearly that would depend on the surface that you're using it on, also whether you're using it as a handheld or the main body of the vacuum. You will find if you're using it like this with some of the tools and accessories, I'll show you those in a second, then you should be able to achieve the full 55 minutes. If you were going to use it as the main body of the vacuum on, say, a carpet, then you will find that the runtime could be reduced. Also, if you have got different settings on the vacuum, so on the main body of the vacuum, you've got different settings at the top here. What I'll do is I'll just pop this back in to show you. So you've got the low setting and then the high setting. And as I mentioned, that will have quite an effect on the runtime that you get with a vacuum. A lot of the time, we just recommend using it on the low suction if that's good enough, whereas if there is a certain area where you need to have a really good suction on your carpet or hard floor, then I'd recommend going on to the high suction. So as far as the handheld part, you've got the on and off switch on the front here. You have also got a battery status indicator, so it will show you when this needs recharging. To take this apart, nice and easy, you just press the button on the front here and that part will come off. So as far as the filtration, you've actually got just a little handle there, so just pull that and then that comes out like that. This is the filter, so you've got that you can take out. This is actually made up of two parts, so you've got the sponge part on the outside and then you've got the main filter on the inside. What I recommend is I'd recommend giving this a good wash. So take this apart, don't leave it like that and wash it. You want to take that off, give it a good wash and then let it dry for around 24 hours before you put it in the vacuum cleaner. Now what I'd normally recommend, and if you follow me on YouTube for a while, you'll know that I often talk about this. When you first buy any cordless vacuum or any vacuum cleaner that has washable filters, I'd always recommend buying a spare set of filters. The main reason is that when you go to wash these, because you need to leave them for around 24 hours or more sometimes to fully dry properly, then it means the vacuum cleaner is out of action. And for some people, if you've got pets or kids, or especially if you've got people in the household with allergies where you need to vacuum once a day, or sometimes people are even vacuuming twice a day, then it means that's out of action because you wash the filter. So I'd recommend buying a spare set of filters. I'll post a link below. They're not too much on this vacuum. And then when it comes to putting it all back together, just pop that in there. That just clips in like that. As far as the bin, this is easily washable. There's not a lot to it, so there's no electrical connections as with some other manufacturers. So you can just give it a rinse under water. Again, let it dry. Just make sure that's completely dry before you put it all back together. And then just pop that in there. And then that just clips on the front like that. So as far as maintenance, it is really easy on this model. Now you do get, before I put this back in the vacuum, you do get some tools with it. Now this is in theory almost like a wide crevice tool as it is. So that's a good job by Bosch to make sure that's almost a tool on its own. But what you have got is you've got two tools hidden around the back. And again, I think this is actually a really good design because there are too many manufacturers where they have a really good range of tools, but they don't provide anywhere to put them. And I'm pleased to say that Bosch have decided to put them on here. So this is the first tool it comes with. This is the wide bristle brush. That just clips in there like that. So if you wanted to, say, vacuum around your hob in your kitchen like I've got here, or if you needed to vacuum an area that needed a little bit more of a stiff bristle brush, then that's a really good one to choose. And that just sits at the back there. And the other tool it comes with is just located at the top here in the handle. So as you pull that out, then you'll notice that you've got a crevice tool, and again that will just slot in the end there like that. Now there's a little bit of I suppose an extra tool. If you press the button here, then you've got an extra tool at the end, and that's a flexible tool, and personally I think that is absolutely brilliant. So if you wanted to vacuum, say, down the side of your car seat or down the side of your sofa, you can't always use a rigid tool like that, because it's clearly it's not going to bend around corners. So having something like this is actually a really good idea. And again, it's got quite a wide nozzle at the end compared to some other thin crevice tools that are on the market. And then to put it back in, you just press the button and then that all just slots back in. So even though you've only got the two tools as accessories, personally I think those are actually really good to complement the vacuum itself. Clearly at some point, being a cordless vacuum, you are going to need to charge it, and you've got the charger with it, and that just plugs into the back. So it just plugs in there like that, nice and easy. The main advantage with this design, the Flexxo, is it doesn't need wall mounting. So I know for some people that's one of the reasons that they're buying this vacuum. First of all, because it is freestanding on its own. I know that sounds a bit silly, but if you compare this to a lot of other manufacturers of cordless vacuums, they don't stand up on their own. It has to either lean against a wall or be wall mounted. So yet again, another plus point for Bosch. It would normally take, I'd say normally around between 4 and 5 hours to fully charge. So a couple of other things to show you. First of all, it's got some lights at the front. Let me show you this. Now, I know it's a simple thing, but it's simple things that impress me nowadays. So if you're after a lightweight vacuum cleaner and you enjoy vacuuming in the dark, this is definitely the model for you. One of the final things to show you, and it's not really talked about on the main Bosch website, not at this time of recording, and it's not really mentioned in the instructions as well, and that's this. So this is an accessory that this vacuum cleaner arrives with. So you've got a spare roller, and I'm going to show you this because this is actually really good, and I'm surprised that Bosch don't shout about it. So with the main floor head on here, this is it. So it's it's got black bristles and they're very soft. So if you are vacuuming on, for example, a hard floor, say if it's laminate floor or say a tiled floor that probably doesn't need a huge amount of pickup or suction, then that could be the main floor head that you use. If you've got animals or children, or if you've got family members with long hair, and if you need to, get a really good pickup from the vacuum, I'd recommend changing it to this roller. And really easy. All you need to do is just put your thumb on the side, pull that out. That's it. Absolute genius. And then to put the new one in, pop it in the side. That's it. Done within seconds. I know I sound quite enthusiastic about it, but there's so many manufacturers where doing that sort of operation can take several minutes. You either have to get a screwdriver or even a coin underneath to remove the main brush, whereas Bosch have just made life so much easier for us. So let's take that out, because I'm going to put that one back in the box and then put the original one back in. Now, something else to mention when it comes to cleaning of the roller is that you've actually got a little channel where you've got two little channels down the side, and it's the same on both rollers, so it doesn't matter whether it's the black bristle or the red bristle roller. But what you'll find is that that's really good for just popping. So if you've got hair wrapped around it, then if you wanted to, say, get a knife, be really careful. So get a knife or some scissors, just put it down the channel, and then it just makes life so much easier to get it off. And I must admit, Bosch have always done it on their Flexxo models and a lot of their other cordless vacuums, things like the Athlet, and it just makes life so much easier than just having it straight all the way around. If you're thinking of purchasing one of these, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Bosch BBH3ZOOGB cordless vacuum cleaner. I do like some of the names that these manufacturers come up with. Anyway, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click subscribe, leave any comments below. Put my teeth back in. But I would appreciate any comments. I know I haven't demonstrated the vacuum. I could spend quite a long time making the video and do different demonstrations. I'll be honest, I just want to go through some of the features and benefits that it offers, try and make it a bit of a quicker video for you. If you have got any questions on the vacuum, then I've got this one on display at the moment. Just pop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have got one of the Bosch FlexXo models like this, so it doesn't have to be the Zoo model, it could be one of the other models that Bosch offer, one of the FlexXo models, let me know what you think about it, because I do always appreciate the honest feedback. Thanks for watching.